All right, so Nippon Steel. You've probably never heard of it unless you're deep into industrial stocks or you follow obscure tickers. But here's the thing. This company is absolutely massive. We're talking one of the world's largest steel manufacturers, and it trades in the US as NPSCY. And it's sitting around $4 a share right now. Sounds cheap, right? But this company's still valued at roughly $20 billion. So what's the catch? Why is a global giant trading for the price of a fast food meal? Let me break it down for you. Nippon Steel is headquartered in Tokyo. They make steel for basically everything: cars, buildings, industrial equipment, the works. But here's where it gets interesting for us US investors. You're not actually buying shares of the Japanese company directly. You're buying something called an ADR, an American Depository Receipt. Think of it like this. A U.S. bank buys a bunch of shares of Nippon Steel in Japan, holds them in a vault, and then issues these receipts that represent ownership. You buy the receipt, and boom, you own a piece of a Japanese company without ever touching a foreign exchange. All your dividends come in U.S. dollars. All your trading happens in dollars. Pretty convenient, right? Now let's talk numbers, because this is where things get a little messy. The stock is trading between 410 and 420 right now. Over the past year, it's bounced between $3.66 and $4.80, so it's not exactly on a rocket ship. Dividend check? Nippon Steel pays dividends twice a year, giving it a trailing yield of around 4.6%. Before the recent 5-for-1 stock split, shareholders earned about 94 cents per share over the past year. But after the split, each old share was turned into 5 smaller shares, so the new year-end dividend amount per share also got divided by 5. That's why the new year-end dividend is 12 yen per share, which works out to about 8 cents in US dollars. You're not getting paid less overall, it's just spread across more shares. The dividend is stable but not flashy. It moves with profits and steel prices, and it's dipped around 16% year over year. Expect steady, semi-annual payouts. Reliable, but nothing crazy. Let's move on to the business itself. Revenue for the fiscal year ending March 2026 is about $57 billion. But here's the kicker. That's down almost 7% year over year. Net income? $2.3 billion, which sounds okay until you realize that back in 2022, they were pulling in $5.12 billion. That's more than half their profit gone in 3 years. Earnings per share dropped from 24 cents down to 9 cents. EBITDA fell from almost $9 billion to just over $6 billion. You see where this is going? This is a company in contraction mode. So why is this happening? 2 big reasons. First, global steel demand has been sluggish. When the world economy slows down, people buy fewer cars, build fewer buildings, and make less stuff. And steel is the backbone of all that. Second, energy costs have been crushing margins. Steel production is energy intensive. When oil and gas prices spike, it eats directly into profit margins. And Nippon Steel's margins are already pretty thin. We're talking about a 4% net margin. That's like selling your car for less than the cost of the tires. Now, here's where it gets a little more interesting. Nippon Steel has been making moves in the US market, especially with all the political noise around domestic steel production. You've got President Trump talking about supporting American steel supply, and Nippon has been positioning itself to expand here. They're not sitting still. They're also investing in sustainability initiatives, low-carbon steelmaking, decarbonization partnerships, all that green stuff that investors love to hear about. But let's be real. The technicals and analyst ratings aren't exactly screaming buy right now. Zacks gives them a growth score of D. That's not great. It basically means there's no short-term price catalyst. The stock isn't going to double overnight. It's not a momentum play. It's not a meme stock. It's a giant, slow-moving industrial beast. So, who is this stock actually for? If you're looking for a quick flip or a high-growth tech rocket, this ain't it. But if you're a long-term investor who wants exposure to the global metals and manufacturing sector, and you believe in the comeback of industrial production, especially in the US, then Nippon Steel might be worth a look. It's got solid liquidity with a current ratio of 1.95. The debt-to-equity ratio is under 50%, so they're not drowning in leverage. And despite the profit decline, they're still profitable. That counts for something. Here's my take. Nippon Steel is a fundamentally strong company that's caught in a rough macroeconomic cycle. Steel margins are getting squeezed, demand is soft, but this is also a company with a massive global footprint, government backing, and a plan to expand in one of the world's biggest markets. If global growth picks up, if energy costs stabilize, if infrastructure spending ramps up, This stock could quietly grind higher over the next few years. But you gotta be patient. This is not a get-rich-quick situation. This is a buy it, forget about it for 3 years and see what happens kind of stock. So, yeah, NPSCY isn't sexy. It's not going viral on X.com, but sometimes the best investments are the boring ones that everyone overlooks. And hey, I hope this video helps you on your quest for profits. Catch you on the next one.